morning, dear students. Welcome back to your computer science class. So, children, today we will be learning lesson number 9, that is formatting a presentation. So, let us see to the topics, children. Today, what we have to study? Today, we will be learning about working with Slide Master. We will study how to create a new custom layout, then changing background color, then using fill effects, then applying formatting effects, then applying indents, and then at last we will study working with slide outline. So these are the few topics we have to study today. Now let us begin with the first topic, that is working with slide master. Let us understand what slide master is. Slide master is an element of the template that stores information including font styles, placeholders, bullet styles, background designs, and color schemes. It actually controls an entire presentation, and whatever the changes are made in one presentation, in one slide, the changes will be observed in all the other slides also. So slide master, it mainly consists of two placeholders, that is the slide title placeholder and the body text placeholder. These are the two placeholders we can see in this slide master. Let me create a new presentation file for you so that you may understand better. Here I have created. Now let me increase the size of the window with the help of the zoom option. Okay, click on the OK button. So this way the window has come. Now we have to create slide master. Okay, how to work with slide master? Go to the view tab, click on the slide master button in the presentation views group. I will click here. Okay, now you can see here the slide master has been created. Okay, now whatever the changes made in the slide master, I told you, it will be observed in all the slides attached to it. Okay, now I also taught you that the slide master, it consists of two placeholders. The upper one is known as the slide title placeholder and the below one is known as the body text placeholder. These are the two placeholders. Okay. Now let us see how we can change the background style. Okay. Click on the background style in the background group. Okay. You can notice the changes on the slide. Okay. Further, we can also change the background style by clicking on the solid fill. Color we can select from here. There are more colors in the color palette. This one, whatever the color you want, you can select and click on the OK button. The background color will be changed. This way we studied about how to change the background color. Let us understand how to change the themes. First, let us understand how to change the font. So, you can see the changes in the font. So, whatever the changes I'll make in the slide master, it will be observed in all the slides attached to it. Okay. Now, suppose this one I have selected. Suppose if I write here happy. Why happy? And I will underline this. Okay. From the home tab, I will make it bold. I will underline this. I can also make it italic. Okay. Now from here I can increase the size. I can decrease the size. So this is the formatting. Okay, I'm doing. So now children, you can see here that whatever the changes I have made here, it is there on all these slides. Okay, so whatever the changes are made in the slide master is visible in all the slides attached to it. Okay, come to the slide master. Okay, so this was about the slide master. Our next topic is creating a new custom layout. Okay, how to create a new custom layout. All the slides attached to the master slide, they have different layouts. Let us understand what are the layouts. The second slide is having title slide layout. Third one, title and content layout. Fourth one is having section header layout. to content layout. So these are the names of the layouts, that what kind of slides we have. Okay, now suppose if I click to the title slide layout. Okay, now here you can see here that master slide, it has two placeholders. Now suppose if I want to delete one placeholder, I'll click on this placeholder and press the delete button from the keyboard. So it has deleted. Suppose now again if I want to insert a new placeholder, so go to the master layout, click on the insert placeholder button. You will get a drop down menu. From the drop down menu, we can select the any option, whatever you want to select, whatever the option you want. Suppose this one, four-headed arrow will come before you and you can drag the placeholder on the screen. Okay, this way I have dragged. Okay, now see here, whatever you want to write, you can write here. So this is about deleting and inserting the placeholder in your slide. Okay, now suppose if you want to change the layout. We were studying about create a new custom layout. So what I'll do is that read the name clearly, children. Title slide layout. Okay, it is written over here. That is, this is the name of this slide layout. I'll right click on this slide layout and I'll get a drop down menu. From the drop down menu, I will click on rename layout option. Click on this and you will get the dialog box, and here the name of the earlier slide is written, that is slide title slide. Here I will write here friend, okay, and I will click on the rename button. Okay, click on the rename button. Now go to see here friend layout. The name of the layout has been changed from title slide layout to friend layout. So this way, children, we can customize the layout. We can create a new custom layout by renaming the name of the layout. Okay. So this was about, children, for working with Slide Master and creating a new custom layout. We studied about how to change the background color. Then now let us understand how to change the theme of the screen. See here. We have already studied that changes made in one slide will be visible in all the other slides also in the master slide. This is the benefit of the master slide. Okay, so this way we have changed the theme. This is the way to change the color scheme of the slide. Okay, we have already studied how to change the background color. Okay, now come to the home tab. Let me insert a new slide. Okay, come to the slide master. Now let me close the master view for you. Okay, now the master view has been closed. Okay, now come to the home tab. From the home tab, click on the new slide button. Okay, you will get a list of 9 layouts. 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 layouts are there here. Okay, okay, now from here you can select, suppose, the blank one. Okay, now let me go to the first one. Suppose if I insert any shape over here, go to the insert tab, click on the shapes button, select this oval shape. Okay, okay, now this shape I have selected. Now I want to fill this shape. What I'll do is that go to the format button. Okay, from the format button, in the shape styles group, you will get shape fill effect. Okay, click on this. Then here you will get these standard colors. You will get gradient. From the gradient, after clicking on the gradient option, you will get the dialog box showing more dark variations. More gradient option is also there. Then you can click on the gradient fill. Then you can click on the preset colors. After clicking on the preset colors, you will get this kind of color palette. So here, whatever the color you want to select from here, you can select from here and it will be applied on your shape. Okay, so here you can see the shape, the color has been applied to your shape. Again, suppose if we want to make add any texture to it. So see here, there are various gradient options also. This way also it can appear. This way also you can make it. Okay. Shape fill, come to the shape fill. See the texture. Suppose this one I'm adding. So this way you can add the texture also. You can add the gradient color also with the help of the fill effect. So this was all about, children, the shape fill effect. How to apply shape fill effect to your shapes. Okay. So this was about the shape fill effect. Now next is applying formatting effect. Come to the next slide. Okay. After coming to the next slide, let me write a thought for you. Suppose a small thought I'll write for you. Insert the text box. Okay. Here I'll write here KNOWLEDGE. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I have written here. Now you can see here that I'll press enter here. Knowledge is power. So to attain knowledge, to gain knowledge, what we should do? We should learn more. Then what we should do? We should write more. Then what we should do? We should listen more. Listen more. So knowledge is power. We should learn more. We should write more. We should listen more. Now, suppose this text I am selecting. Okay. This text I have selected. Now suppose if I want to increase the size of this text, I can make it bold. Okay. I can change the color of this text. Okay. This way. Knowledge is power. I have written. Okay. Okay. Now suppose this I want to make it shadowed. Okay. This way I have written. Okay. This text I have written. You can, it is very clear that there is changes in both the text written in the heading and the 3 lines which I have written below. Now suppose if we want to format this text, how to apply formatting effect, children? Select this text. Suppose I am selecting this text. Whatever the part you want to select, you can select a part of the text and go to the Format Painter tool in the clipboard group. Okay. And the clipboard group, click on the Format Painter. Okay. After clicking on the Format Painter, the arrow will change to a brush shape. Okay. Now bring this brush shape to the text where you want to make the changes and click on that. See here, the changes can be made. So children, this way we can make the changes by applying Format Painter tool. So this is about formatting the text. Okay. So now next is applying indent to the text. Again go to the Format Painter, it will be closed. Now what is the meaning of applying indent? Indent means how to move the text away from the margin or to keep the text closer to the margin. Okay, now I have selected this text. Do remember, children, that before applying any changes to your text, you must select the text. So this is decrease the indent. This is increase the indent. In increase indent, you can see the text is moving away from the margin. This is moving towards the margin. So this is about increase and decrease indent. Okay. This is about applying indent. Clear? Now next is creating a presentation structure. Let me create few more slides. Blank slide I have added. Go to the new slide. Add one blank slide. Okay. Blank slide I have added. Now we have to understand how to work in the outline tab. Okay, now outline tab is always visible in the normal view only. Okay, so in the normal view you can see this is our normal view. In the normal view, suppose if I want to work in the outline tab, click on the outline tab. Okay, now suppose if I want to go to any slide, click next to it. Okay, now suppose if I want to write anything on the outline tab, so I'm writing here the activities of the month. Okay, ACTIVITIES, the activities of the month. Okay, now after writing this activities of the month, what I'll do, I'll press enter key. As soon as I press enter key, a new slide is added here. You can see a new slide is added over here. Now after writing this activities of the month, click on the outline tab. You will get a drop down menu. From here, click on the select the demote button. You can see here a list of bulleted list will come before you. Now in the bulleted list you can see what I'm writing here, like judo championship. Judo championship. You go through the book, children, all these things are mentioned in the textbook. Okay, judo championship. Judo championship. Now come down, you can see all the bulleted lists are coming with the help of the demote option. Do you remember this? Then next one I'll write here, cricket match. Okay, KET, cricket match. H, cricket match. Okay, now next come down, then volleyball. Volleyball. So this way, children, we have created the list of the activities of the month in a slide. Okay, and whatever the things I'm writing on this slide, they are all visible in the normal view also. Whatever I'm writing in the outline tab, you can see it is visible in the normal view of the slide. Okay, so this is the benefit of the outline tab we have studied so far. Now come here and click on the outline tab again. So already we had clicked on the demote button. Now we'll click on the promote button. So here a new option has been created, a new slide has been created for you. Okay, now the bulleted list will be removed. Okay, after this the bulleted list will be removed. Okay, what you can see, what the changes, the bulleted list from here has been removed. So how can we remove the bulleted list? By pressing the promote option from the outline tab. Okay, now see here, now again click, if I again click and if I click on the collapse button. Okay, what did you see here? That everything has disappeared. Okay, now again if I click on this outline tab and click on expand all, so all the options which I had written, that has come before us, again visible. Again if I'll click on this and click on the collapse all, so everything has gone. Again if I'll click on the expand all, so it has again come to us. So this is the use of the children outline tab. So this was lesson number 9, children, that was formatting a presentation. So I hope children you all understood today's topic, that is how to this format our presentation with the help of the various options available in the PowerPoint. So this was all for today's video, children. See you all in the next video. Go through your textbook, learn everything. So, till then, stay safe, children. Thank you.